save some stories.
Oh my god.
I know. I was prepping.
Who are you?
I don't know.
We finally taken over by pod people?
Is that the problem?
Or solution? I'm not really sure.
Should have done this years ago.
Exactly. We'll figure things out. Where's Steve Gutenberg when you need him?
Where is Steve Gutenberg when you need him?
He's somewhere in Arizona. That's all I know because he lives here.
Yeah, I see him every now and then. Lives over by the Arrowhead store somewhere.
Yeah, because he comes in every once in a while.
Yeah.
So how you doing this week?
I'm good, bro.
That's good.
I'm just like waiting to put my grill together.
Oh, so you did get it, and you haven't put it together yet?
I got it last night, but I was at work, or yesterday when I was at work.
And which one is it?
This is the Navigator 1180, right?
Pit Boss Navigator
1180, yeah.
1180.
Yep. So it's sitting in its box, waiting for me to put it together so I can get it going and cook up some meats.
And it's a griller / smoker type thing?
Yep. Yeah.
I haven't looked into those. Does it have that fancy shit like the Traegers do with the Wi-Fi connected
this one
stuff?
This one
which
doesn't.
I still don't know really what does.
Yes, this one doesn't have it, but there's an upgrade you can get for it that basically changes out the control module. Yeah. Basically, the only difference is this one versus that one is the app will tell you your feeder level and your temp. So as you're watching it and your meters, because this one and much like the Traegers have wired meters. So like you put them in there, it tells you where your temp's at. So when you're watching it, so for example, when you're cooking a brisket, you want to monitor your internal temp so you can change if you're a flipper or if you're a wrapper or whatever. You can then monitor it and give that time. This one, and that sounds weird. This one has that capability. It's just on the display versus the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth through the app. Now, with this particular one, they do sell an upgrade module where you basically take your control panel out, plug the new one in, and it has that capability. So you can then connect it to the app and monitor it that way versus just walking over and looking at it and saying, hey, my temp is at here. So once I get more kind of into it, then I'll probably get that upgrade.
Makes sense. You want to make sure that you're really into it before you upgrade to something that might be a couple $100 more.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm excited to try something new.
Right? Maybe the return of Meat Fest.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Right?
Meat Fest is around the corner. Could be, potentially.
Yeah.
So, I'm doing a brisket and some pork belly burnt ends tomorrow.
Nice.
I'll probably have extras, so if you want some, I will give you some.
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
Because briskets don't really come in very small sizes.
No, they don't.
So I'm probably going to have one that's like, I'm going to look for one. When we were at Costco, I think. I keep forgetting if I saw them at Costco or Sam's Club. I'm not too sure. Anyways, one of those club stores, they had briskets and they had like a 7 or 8 pound one. So I was like, oh, I could do that. That would be not too crazy. And then they sell pork belly, so you can just get that, slice it up, and make some pork belly burnt ends.
Nice.
So then I was thinking about doing like a prime rib at one point. Doing like what was I thinking? Oh, like roast beef, like do like Arby's style sandwiches.
Ooh,
I just have to find a way to slice them real thin without buying a slicer, because I found a slicer and I almost bought it, but I have nowhere to put it.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, but whatever. It should be fun. Test it out.
Look, I've always said these things. You can just always put it at our place.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to drive to your place every time I need a meat slicer.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can just come over when you need a slice meat.
Joe, I'm coming over. I need to slice some meat.
Exactly, and I'd be fine with it because it's your meat slicer, but I'm, storing it at my place. That's all.
And, the storage fee is letting you use it while it's there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Completely checks out.
It's a win-win.
And it really sucks too because Amazon just had their like Prime Day event thing or pre-Prime Day event or whatever the fuck was happening the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And they had the one I was looking at, the better version of it, on sale for less than the one I've been looking at.
Oh damn.
And I was like, do I do it? And the problem is, it's not like a massive fucking like, you know, if you go to Jersey Mike's or one of those like sub places that cuts their meat, like Good Sense.
Right.
It's not that big. It's roughly like the size of like my laptop.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't fold up and store away. It sits out in, you know, it's kind of a large device. So I was like,
it takes up counter space.
I was like, I don't have counter space.
Yeah, I know. Counter space is a premium over at my house as well. Yeah.
Stupid luxuries.
I know, right? It would be nice to have a much bigger counter.
Yep.
Or less crap on my counter.
Yeah, but then you'd have like, then you just fill it with other crap. So you'd be like, well, if I had less crap, and we'd have to remind you, Joe, you did, and you got rid of it, and then you got more crap, and now you're out of space.
Touche.
So.
Touche. Or, hear me out.
Okay.
Organize the pots and pan cabinet so that they're not all over the place.
You could do that too.
You have room to store stuff.
Does your oven have a drawer?
It does have a drawer.
Is it full of pots and pans?
Some of it, yes.
There you go. All right.
But the actual cabinet full of pots and pans is just a mess.
Fair enough.
And it looks impossible to clean up. So I'm just not going to.
That makes perfect sense. I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
It's like those things, like, remember, like, I mean, you probably saw it in TV shows and movies and shit back in the day. Like, they always have that, like, hanging thing that has pots and pans and stuff on it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I would love to get one of those. That'd be awesome. Just hanging from the ceiling, and you just, like, I need that pan. Just pull it
out of the way.
Clean it up, put it away. Done.
You know, it's like, but you never see that anywhere anymore.
No, you don't.
Like, I know a lot of people, like, it makes noise because, like, the wind's blowing in your house, where like ceiling fans and shit like that. It will make noise.
Live in a haunted place. That's whatever.
But deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's just weird because, like, same thing as I don't have that at my house, but I have like multiple cabinets full of pots and pans.
Pots and pans, right?
And I'm like, dude, and mine are organized. They're not like a fucking nightmare mess like yours. But it still takes up room, and I'm like, I still don't have room for this shit.
Do you own a wok? We own a wok.
I don't. I don't even own a cast iron skillet, apparently.
We own two cast iron. Well, a cast iron pan, like a flat pan for doing like tortillas. Which, by the way, if you don't own one and you do like doing tortillas, fucking get one of those.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I need to.
But we also do have like multiple cast iron pans as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I did see I was looking at accessories, not to go back to my new grill that I got. They have a pizza stone made for it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So
if only I made pizzas.
Yeah, so the thing that's crazy about not crazy. One of the designs of this one, not selling everybody on Pit Boss Navigate 1180s. And I keep saying it might be 1150. I don't even know. I know it's the 11 series because it's like 11 something 100 square inches of cooking space. That's where they get the name from. Anyhow, so one of the features on this one is it has a direct flame option. So normally, I don't know if you know how these work. So
no, I don't.
There's a feeder box to the side that has pellets in it. Pellets are just wooden pellets used to burn, right? So instead of using coals or whatever, use those. Are smaller, easier to do. Plus, they last longer because it feeds it through. It has an auger system that pushes it into a firebox. The firebox is exactly what it sounds like. It's a little box that ignites the fuel and creates a flame. That flame then shoots directly up, and it's about a 6x6 or 6x8 square opening. Flame comes out of that, hits a diffuser, and diffuses across radiating heat upwards for the grill, and then creating smoke from the pellets being burnt, the wood, giving the a smoke flavor to whatever's in there. And you can lessen that depending on how much smoke flavor you want, right? And also like the pellets you give, whatever. This one has a feature where you can do direct flame cooking. So you set your temperature, for example, if you max it out at 500 through the temp thing, it will be at 500, but 500 is the temp of a diffused flame, which means the flame hits it and comes across the diffuser, right?
Right.
If you open that diffuser, it's 1,000 degrees.
Damn.
so you can sear on it as well, like a hard sear. 1,000 degrees is that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you can put the pizza stone on it, open that up, 1,000 degrees at the bottom of it, and now you have a pizza stone that can cook a pizza in less than 7 minutes or so.
Damn. That's awesome.
So you can make your own pizza dough, or even buy pre-made pizza dough, make your own pizza, throw it on the pizza stone while it's in there, and it'll fucking nuke your pizza in a couple minutes and get a smoky flavor if you want to. Or leave the lid open and let the smoke come out, but either way. And it's a 360-degree cooking because it's a round piece that's inside, so you close it and it helps cook it. But I was like, I get that eventually. We'll see what happens. You can also do like fresh bread and stuff on there because it bakes it like an oven would too.
That's cool.
So little things like that, whatever. So simple DIY project, big upgrade. Get a Delta 2-in-1 shower head for $36 from Amazon Treasure Truck. Thanks, Amazon.
Right.
Anyhow, that's enough of that talk for now, unless you want to talk more about grills.
No, I'm good.
I have 4 things saved.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready.
First one. Joe, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Did you ever want to spend 3 nights in a Ghostbusters Firehouse?
Yes.
Guess what's available?
When are we going?
So, starting October 21st, you can basically book, if you're lucky enough, a 3-night stay at a basically an old firehouse in Oregon that's been redesigned by Sony Pictures to resemble the Ghostbusters Firehouse, with the sign out front, Ecto-1, and a full load of movie used replicas, including jump flight suits and equipment, a full-on lab, Janine's desk, all in this firehouse in Oregon. And you can get it for $19.84 a night if you're lucky enough to book it. Guess what nights it's on?
That you can book it?
Yeah, so it's a 3-night. You can only get 3 nights, right?
Right.
You can't get 1 or 2. Or you have to get 3, and it's only on 3 days, and it's the only ones that are going to be available.
Oh, so once one person gets it, no one else gets it.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's right around Halloween. If not, it starts on Halloween, ends on Halloween, something like that.
October 28th through October 31st.
So it's basically a raffle that you're trying to enter to win to go there.
Yep. So whoever is the quickest to snag the reservations will ring in the arrival of Halloween in the festively decorated 2-bedroom, 3-story firehouse on October 28th through October 31st, 2022. The lucky group of guests will enjoy thematic details throughout the 1900s built firehouse, including a full kitchen with a pantry stocked with Stay Puft marshmallows and cheesy crackers like the ones snacked on in the movie.
Nice.
The interior of the historic brick structure is decked out with such detail that one might believe the film's heroes just stepped out to vanquish some phantoms. If they weren't, for the Ecto-1, because that's sitting there. A logo branded Cadillac with the Ghostbusters used to their preferred mode of Spectre chasing transportation, packed with Firehouse Bay. So it's parked right in front. It's actually pretty cool. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
Once inside, guests will find the desk of Ghostbusters secretary Janine Melnitz, complete with a ringing phone, a closet stocked with khaki flight suits worn by the Ghostbusters themselves, and a plethora of high-tech ghost-catching equipment, and is begging to be rifled through, while the dark room offers aspiring Ghostbusters the opportunity to develop and analyze photos of Vigo, the 16th century sorcerer who terrorized New York in Ghostbusters 2. Needless to say, there's plenty of Ghostbusters superfans to see and do during their 3-night stay.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So I wonder. So you're just allowed to wander around it, and obviously you're staying in it. It's weird. What I'm getting at is weird that they have props from the actual movies there, and it just feels like you're just have unabated access to it to just be like touching things. That seems wrong to me, but also right.
So I sent you the article that has all the pictures and stuff in it. You can see it. It's pretty fucking cool, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's fucking rad.
I do like that it's something that Sony is directly doing, because when you first mentioned it, I was like, oh, this sounds like maybe like a fan created thing or something like that.
No, it's done by a vacation rental platform called Vacasa or something, along with Sony Pictures.
Okay, so they're partnering with it.
Yeah.
With them, which makes sense. I mean, obviously, that kind of leads into the next question I was going to have, with the fact that it's only essentially one person can win this.
Yep.
And it's only three nights of the year. I was wondering what they were going to do with it going forward. So it sounds like they just did it up. This is a thing, and then they can just tear it down. And Sony doesn't own a firehouse in the middle of Oregon that they could rent out constantly.
Yeah. So it's definitely
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's super dope looking. Like, I was like, dang, man, if like...
Not gonna lie, I'd wear that proton pack.
Right? I was like, dude, I would be all over this thing.
Yep. Dude, the life-size picture of Vigo in the background?
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome. I also want to mention the price is pretty hilarious, too. The 1984.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was the year the first movie came out.
Yep.
That was pretty hilarious.
And you get 24-hour support from the staff if you have any issues or going on during there, like if you're haunted or whatever, or containment cell breaks and fucking ghosts are released into Oregon.
Which is something that they mentioned, that the phone rings. Like, is that something that'll just happen, and if you pick it up, it'll be like somebody reporting a ghost or something like that?
I don't know.
Wonder.
It doesn't say. I mean, we find out, I guess, eventually, but I don't know. It just seems like a fucking cool thing just to do on fucking Halloween. You know what I mean? Got kind of weird vacation, but like a cool ass vacation.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
How do you enter this?
So on the 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific, I believe it said. You have to have a Vacasa account, which is basically free to sign up. You go there on that time, and it would basically, there's going to be like a virtual queue, I guess, or like a randomized thing where someone you can, I don't know how it works. If you go to the link that's there at the bottom of it, there's more information somewhere. Where's it at? If you go here, I think it's the link.
Booking opens October 21st at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Pacific time on Vacasa.
Yeah, so
the link.
And you can take a virtual tour if you go to the website. That link that's right there at the bottom.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
They even have the containment unit.
Yeah.
Ghost traps. I'm not gonna lie, one of those ghost traps would go missing if I were there.
For sure, dog. There's a lot of stuff they better hope they check, because it'll be gone.
And again, that's what I mean by, like, it just feels like you have unfettered access to all of this movie memorabilia. That, like, are they going to pat you down when you leave? Did you come in with that Ghostbusters jumpsuit on? Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, I brought my own.
own?
My name is Peter Venkman.
I'm Egon Spengler.
Look at him, he's tall.
Exactly, right?
Oh yeah, they have pictures of the dark room with Vigo's pictures.
Yeah, I just got to those.
The staircase. There's
God,
the lab.
That is so detailed.
Yeah.
Like, they literally went all out for literally 3 days.
Yeah, man, that's fucking crazy, dude.
That lab is just intense.
Yeah, dude. They have a Defender's arcade machine. There's a pinball machine, a pool table. The toaster's on the pool table.
They have the ooze.
Yeah.
Gotta be pouring so much ooze inside that toaster and see what would happen.
I'll be yelling at it, be playing fucking all sort like Bobby Darin and shit, and see what's happening.
Right?
It'd be fucking rad. Let's go. Let's do it.
I will say though, that's the only thing that sucks is learning how little time between the actual date that you can try and win, I guess, the opportunity to go there, and then the actual date that you'd be going there.
Yeah,
Because I
literally.
hate when these contests do stuff like that where you don't even get, what is it, like 2 weeks most?
Yeah.
In between the day that you can actually rent the place and then by the time you have to be there, it's like for normal people that have jobs, you don't have the ability to just like necessarily drop what you're doing to be able to go do something like this.
Bro, scroll down.
You need time to take time off.
Sorry,
did I miss something?
Scroll down to on the site, down to where it says, like, there's a bunch of information, right? It says Ghostbusters Firehouse in Portland, Oregon, blah blah blah. Go down, it says private 3-story firehouse, paranormal activity and ghostly gadgets. Go down to amenities.
Okay, so parking available, proton charging, nice, aura scanning, snacks, ghost activity, unknown, internet.
Then go down to cooling and media, heating, cooling and media.
It has control AC, partial AC, all crossed out. Internet cable crossed out. So is there no internet and there's no
There's
AC
internet
control?
There's internet because it's not crossed out.
Oh, internet is not crossed out. Okay.
Yeah. But there's no cable, no central or partial AC. Good thing it's in Portland, Oregon, not fucking downtown Phoenix.
Yeah, right.
Yikes. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, so that's an interesting little tidbit I saw this morning. But to your point, yes, it sucks that they give you a week. Like, if you do get this, you have a week to try to get time off work and then go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just think it's fucking cool. I was like, that is rad. And it's, like, not super expensive, right? Like, that's kind of, like, the cool thing about it, too, is, like, with taxes, I guess it's $21 a night on average.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's actually pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty fucking cool. It's not like $300 per person with a fucking $1,500 down payment, whatever.
Yeah, right.
I'll bring all my friends, all three of them.
I'd go. I'm doing the virtual tour right now. Wow.
It's pretty neato. I didn't do it.
It is pretty neat.
I didn't know if any audio was
Like,
gonna pop up.
it's weird because you obviously know what the firehouse looks like, and it's not the firehouse, but
Yeah.
like you still see a lot of the stuff from the movie. Is there? There better be a fire pole.
I couldn't see it in those. I mean, you're in the virtual tour, so you might see it. But yeah, I don't know. They probably don't have one just because they don't want someone breaking their leg or fucking leaping into the void.
Oh, they have "Join Our Crew" posters up. That's hilarious.
It's pretty awesome.
Back there, yeah, I don't see a fire pole. Lame.
Boo you.
Boo.
Boo this man.
Anyway, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'll have to continue to look through this. All right. Hit me with the next story.
Next up, Kevin Smith is bringing the Snyder cut of Justice League to theaters. But there's a catch.
Okay, what's the catch?
The catch is it's at his movie theater in New Jersey.
Oh. Yeah, that's quite the catch.
So article is about that, but also more about what they announced about his newly co-owned movie theater in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. So early this year, Kevin Smith became a co-owner of the Atlantic Movie House in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. This is the theater that filmmaker frequented with his family when he was a child. He grew up in the Garden State. So they rebranded it as the Smod Castle Cinema. The theater is set to include a View Askew merch store in the lobby, a film school camp for young people who are interested in movie making, and a curated program of special screenings, questions and answers, and marathons. So the first one that he has going on is his most recent film, which is the Clerks 3, as well as a special presentation of Tusk paired with tapings of the show one of the podcasts he does called Hollywood Babylon there as well. But going forward, he announced that they are going to be doing a thing with a lot of his friends and people in the industry, so big directors and stuff, coming out to show their movies and do question and answer on those. So this is going to be called. And he does have a couple of people already lined up, but they don't have dates yet announced for him. But so the whole thing is called Directly Responsible, Face to Face with Filmmakers at Smod Castle. So included in the first wave of this highly anticipated program are Juno and Ghostbusters Afterlife director Jason Reitman, Joe and Anthony Russo of Avengers Endgame and The Gray Man fame, as well as Zack Snyder himself.
Wow. So
Zack Snyder's version of Justice League has actually never been put in theaters, except for 3 nights of a special screening in LA, I believe it was, of the black and white version. That was it. But this will be the first time that the actual colored version will be out in theaters to watch. Okay. And it is said that Zach will be there to talk about the movie and to answer questions.
That's really cool.
Yep. I thought it was pretty rad.
If I lived in New Jersey, I would totally go to that.
Yeah, that'd be super dope. Super dope. But I don't live in New Jersey.
Nope.
But it is still super dope.
Traveling to New Jersey.
Nah. So speaking of New Jersey, actually.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Tom Cruise is a crazy motherfucker. We've talked about that before, right?
Yeah.
So this crazy sack of shit wants to be the first civilian to do a spacewalk and film it for a movie.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, so...
Is it finally happening?
Apparently, it looks like it's going to happen. So...
Okay.
So this article talks about a bunch of stuff, but basically the article says Tom Cruise wants to become the first civilian to perform a spacewalk for his next movie. When they say next movie, clearly it's not his next movie, but the next movie he's filming. Yeah. Because he's got, Mission Impossible movies that they film back to back that are going to come out, but this is his next one he's filming. So basically, article has some like an editorial shit in it talking about hey, we all wish that space cruises were real, like in Avenue 5 and The Fifth Element, except for not The Fifth Element because that shit looked dangerous as fuck and violent as hell. Anyhow, or the memorable 2007 Doctor Who Christmas special starring David Tennant and Kylie Minogue also had a space cruise in it too. Anyhow, so the upcoming action film, which we do not have a name for yet, is directed by Doug Liman, and with partnership of Elon Musk's SpaceX and NASA. Part of it will be shot in space on the International Space Station.
Nice.
Yep. So basically, what is holding back the yes, this is happening or no, it's not happening, is Tom Cruise has to actually go through the rigorous training to do the spacewalk properly. They're not just going to let him go up there.
That he wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, no, dude, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah. He's fucking crazy and totally willing to do it, but like he's done fighter jet training and whatnot.
Yeah.
His dedication to being able to focus on something and actually be able to do it is immense and admirable.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that he would, if he wants to do it, he's going to do it.
Yeah. So not only will this be the very first motion picture filmed in space, like actually in space, because they've filmed things in space for like other stuff. I guess there was like a Russian production where they used footage filmed in space. But this is the first time they're actually going to have real actors or actor in space filming, like, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to get, I don't know what they're filming there. Like, I don't know how much of it or how little of it they're filming there. But this will be the first time we're going to get an actual movie with space physics in it.
And that's going to be dope.
That's fucking crazy to think about, dude. Yeah, I know they've done like that whole like vomit comet thing to like to give you the idea of zero gravity, right? But knowing that this is gonna be the first film with actual footage filmed in actual outer space with an actual actor is fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
It has a $200 million budget. And the crazy part about this isn't some like somebody talking about this. This is the actual, like, this is the who is this person's name first before I butcher it. During a recent interview with BBC News, the person's name, she is the Universal Pictures chairman Donna Langley, who was talking to BBC News about this during their fucking interview about all sorts of shit, right? And basically said that Cruise will hopefully, air quotes, participate in a spacewalk outside the International Space Station while shooting his currently untitled space movie. Touting a budget around $200 million, Universal is investing a lot into this unprecedented motion picture. With such a high price tag, the studio is looking to get the most bang for their buck by pulling off something that the world of cinema has never seen before. And that's an actual fucking spacewalk with a real fucking actor, not a stunt person, nothing like that. He's a stunt person because he's fucking insane and no one will insure him. But he is gonna go up in a rocket, in a spaceship to the space station, film shit. I'm guessing with a crew because I don't know how else they're gonna film it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think of the logistics myself. Like, it's funny to sit there and think of, like, we're talking about Tom Cruise doing this, but you're gonna have to have some sort of cameraman there.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to have somebody. I mean, I suppose you could probably do direction from Houston or from wherever they decide to put the command center, which I suppose would be Houston. But how are you going to do lighting? How are you going to do? You're going to have to send up Tom Cruise and one other guy,
at
and
least
that one dude better be able to do camera work, lighting work, audio work. There's not, if you're filming it in the International Space Station, you're not sending up a whole crew there. You're not sending up a camera guy. You're not sending up an audio guy. You're not sending up a lighting guy. You're not sending up a director. You're not sending up a cinematographer or something. I'm pretty sure you just filled up at that point. I think there's only like 5. I might be wrong. I think there's only 5 or 6 seats in this a Dragon capsule. So like, you can't send up that many people at once. And the International Space Station is a very small place, very cramped. You can't have a ton of people there. And you're not going to have 5 people in spacesuits at once outside, doing a spacewalk. So logistically, this is going to be interesting to do. But I also wonder, like, plot-wise, it's going to be interesting. Are you just shooting certain scenes? Like, I can see this plot-wise maybe being half of it takes place on Earth and the other half takes place in space. But then are you truly filming all space stuff in space? Or is it just going to be getting, like, the big picture stuff filmed? So, like, the actual spacewalk, like him actually going through, from one section of the International Space Station on the outside of the International Space Station, Jesus, I can't talk right now, to another. And then, like, any smaller work that, let's say they have to work on a panel or something, that it cuts to another, something that's been filmed on Earth? Or is this all the space stuff being filmed in space? It'll be interesting to hear what that stuff is.
Yeah, so this at the bottom of this article, it talks about a little more about the movie, but not like specifically what's going on, like just a brief fucking glimpse at it. Langley also revealed the first details about this movie, which actually takes place mostly on Earth. In the film, Cruise's character is a down-on-his-luck guy who finds himself in the position of being the only person who can save Earth. Whatever the fuck that means. So, at one point, he's on Earth for majority of it, and then he has to go to space for whatever reason. I don't know if he has to, like, pee at an asteroid or something with the right trajectory from the space station to, like, fucking deflect it or something. I don't know. But that's what it says here. So that's as much as we have right now. We don't have a name. We don't have anything about it. But I do like the fact this article used a picture of Tom Cruise wearing the exosuit from Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think he's going to be wearing that in space.
Do you know that?
I don't know that. I do not know that at all. So, yeah.
If
so
anyone can defy the laws of physics and just, go out in an exosuit, no spacesuit, just an exosuit, and hold his breath and just be fine in a vacuum, I'm sure Tom Cruise could figure it out.
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy ass sack of shit. All right. The last article I had saved that I thought it was, in this one, a little less like, oh my God, but like this was interesting to me, it says Lucy Liu to star opposite Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans in Prime Video's holiday pick, Red One.
Okay.
So
that's not like a follow-up to... Oh, no, that was Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it was.
Red?
Not Red State. I almost said Red State.
I almost said Red State, too. I was like, that's not it. It was Red something with Tom...
Red Notice.
Red Notice.
Right?
With, Ryan Reynolds and
Red
Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
And Gal Gadot. Anyway.
Yeah. So this is basically the film which reteams Johnson. That's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, for people who don't know, with his Jumanji franchise director, Jake Kasdan. The plot is under wraps, but I'm going to guess it has to do something with Santa Claus of some sort, because it is a holiday movie, and it's called Red One.
Okay.
I don't know that, but that's what it says. So the project is being billed as a globe-trotting 4-quadrant action-adventure comedy, imagining a world, imagining a whole new universe to explore within a holiday genre. The project is, which was won by Prime on a bidding war, and is being developed off the original story by $7 president of production Hiram Garcia. $7 Production is The Rock's production company. The movie will stretch across multiple industries and businesses in the Amazon fold. The pick is eyeing a 2023 release.
I'm intrigued. I can't remember the last movie that I saw Lucy Liu in. I thought she retired completely from acting.
Yeah, it's when I saw this, I was like, wait, have I seen Lucy Liu in anything? And I had to think about it, and I don't know I have. And I was like, no. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even look it up.
One of the last movies that she made was one of the Charlie's Angel movies, and that was damn near 10 years ago, I think. Maybe she's done smaller stuff, but I legit thought that she just had some issues, I think, on the set of Charlie's Angels, and then just decided, I'm done. If that's the case, it's cool to see her back. I'd definitely love to watch a movie with her in it, especially with Dwayne Johnson as well.
There's a lot of stuff she's done in the last bunch of years that I've never heard of.
So she's been doing, like, smaller stuff?
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 3. I've heard of that, obviously. Voice work. Oh, Man in the Iron Fists. That was she was in that one.
Okay.
Future World? I don't know what the fuck that even is.
Nope.
Oh, that's that weird one I never watched. It had fucking James Franco, Mila Jovovich, bunch of weird people in it. Never watched it. Looked kind of like trash. Set It Up, which is a rom-com. Never seen it. Oh, actually, wait. Did I see that one? think I watched that with Paige. She played one of the bosses that was being set up by their assistants. Yeah, I think so. I think I've seen that one. And she's in the upcoming Shazam: Fury of the Gods movie. And she does voice work in something called Strange World, which I think is the new Disney animated movie. Yep. So.
Okay, so she's been active, just in really nothing that I've watched.
Yep.
Really cared for it.
So yeah,
cool.
A holiday movie. They don't specify Christmas, but they do say holiday. And it is called Red One. And if you think of holidays and the color red, you really only get two options. It's Valentine's and Christmas, really. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Pretty cool.
Plus, you get The Rock and Chris Evans in one movie, so you get fucking Black Adam versus Captain America, essentially.
Yeah. Who doesn't want that? That's
what I'm saying, bro. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, so did you watch the trailer for Megan?
Yeah. Did I watch it with audio? No, I didn't watch it with audio. I watched it just because I was on break at the time, so I didn't. Anyway, I watched it, no audio.
Oh, I don't know if I like this movie.
Why?
She creeps me out, bro.
Oh, she's totally creepy.
Yeah, dude, like seeing this like humanoid robot doll girl thing.
I think that's the worst part, is that it's not even that. You obviously know that she's a doll.
Yeah.
But it's a very uncanny valley type of look to her, because she's made to look so real, but it's made to look so real that it looks not real. And it almost has it has that effect of looking like a person wearing another person's face.
Yeah.
That's what's creepy about it to me.
Cuz she looks like those the real dolls, right? The ones that people fuck.
Mhm.
She looks like she's made like that, but it has like child features, like big eyes. I'm like, don't do that, because someone's gonna try to fuck that doll at one point. Right. There's gonna be a lot of weird shit coming out of this. But what creeped me out about it, and I say like, oh, I don't want to see it. Like I'm generally terrified by this movie, because of the way she moves. Because she is a robot, so she has that stiff, like, oh, we haven't perfected servos and motors moving it to be fluid like a human being can with our muscle structure and bones and fucking joints and all that shit, right? So she has this weird, a little bit of fluidity to her, but then other times it's more that stutter step walking, like robot style, and it just, it's unnerving. I don't like it. And the face doesn't really have, obviously, because it's a prototype doll thing that's in the movie. It's the whole premise of the movie. But like when she talks and like she has teeth, which I don't like already. I don't like when puppets have teeth, and I don't like when robots have teeth.
Right.
It's unsettling to me, because it's like, oh, that's our future. Like, we're just gonna be living in robot bodies.
The way a lot of times the animatronics, or whatever you might call it, tend to portray like movement of the mouth and speech and whatnot, and it sometimes tends to be more exaggerated. And so like you're right, like you see the teeth and you're just like, it just looks unsettling.
Yeah, man.
Because of that. It's like early animation, some early animation would have that problem where it's just like, yeah, it looks unsettling. The scene where she's dancing in the hallway, and how fluid that is, and how weird and creepy it is. Like I have no idea what the context of it is or what music was playing at the time, but it's just like, that's just weird and creepy.
Yeah, it's supposed to basically be like her doing like what would nomenclature would be like a TikTok dance, right?
Okay.
So the whole premise of the movie, since you didn't really hear it, is this. The little girl, the real one, her parents die in a car crash. You probably saw that in the clips in the trailer.
I probably saw it, but I didn't take it as that because I took it as like her mom is the one that gives her the doll.
No,
Okay.
so it's her aunt. Yeah, so basically her parents die in a car crash. She gets sent to live with her only living relative, which is her aunt, apparently. And her aunt is a scientist, and they are working on this doll, which is the Megan is the nickname of it. It's got a long fucking science name, but basically makes it out. It's the third generation android, blah blah blah. So basically, that makes up Megan, right? That's why it's spelled with a 3. It's not leet speak. It's just that's the code name for it. Instead of calling her the mechanized version 3 generation 3 blah blah blah, they call her Megan, right? So whatever it is. And she basically, they kind of use the girl as like a, unbeknownst to anybody, and probably not the best thing for this young girl who just lost her parents. They use her as kind of like a test for it, right? They like, it's a prototype, like, hey, why don't you hang out with it, like kind of off the books and see how it works.
Right.
And they bond, and when the bond happens, like emotional bond, the robot learns emotion too, and decides to basically protect this little girl from ever being emotionally harmed.
Okay.
And shit goes awry, as you can probably tell. And she starts murdering motherfuckers, I guess. But she does it with TikTok dances right before she murders you, I guess. I don't know. It's fucking terrifying, is what I'm getting at.
It is very creepy.
Yeah.
Is it heading to theaters or is it a streaming thing? I can't remember.
I believe it is heading to theaters because I think it's a Blumhouse movie.
That's right. It was a Blumhouse movie.
Because I believe it's Universal, so it'll probably be there and then show up on like Peacock or one of those fucking streaming services like a little while later.
So when are we gonna go see it?
I don't know, but it comes out January 13th, so somewhere around January 13th.
Fuck that. God damn it. I hate when they have horror movies. You're advertising it during Halloween and you release it in fucking January.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's so stupid.
I'm out of the mood, even though I'm not technically out of the mood because I personally sit there and watch ghost videos like all day long. It's entertaining and stupid, but yeah, I want to see this shit during, Halloween.
Yeah, dude. I had this discussion with Paige last night, right? So we're planning to go see Terrifier 2 while it's still in theaters.
Okay.
I get it, like it's a smaller movie, so like it's not really, but it's doing good business, so they're kind of like pushing it to more theaters. It actually did a lot of like, I think it ended up on like on 3,000 screens, which is fucking crazy. But they release it the end of September, and then plan to remove it from theaters the second week of October. So giving it like
it should continue through October,
bro,
and then finish after October.
It's a movie about a killer clown, right?
That's perfect for this time of year.
So it should literally be released all of October.
Yeah.
Like all of October. I know it probably costs a lot or whatever, but bro, that's the fucking season, bro. Not a week before October starts and then a week into October. No, dude, you need to release it the first week of October, be it maybe like September or whatever, right, that ends that week or whatever, right before October starts. And that shit needs to fucking leave November 2nd or whatever.
Yeah.
You need to hit all of them shits, dude. Like, you need to hit all of October for spooky shit. I do not understand why these motherfuckers don't get this. It's a spooky movie. It's about a fucking killer clown. Why aren't you scaring the shit out of people during the spooky season?
Yeah.
Not fucking September 16th, not August. No, October. If it has the word October in the date, that's when your movie should be playing.
Yes.
Same thing here. Not fucking January or March or whatever fucking time they always throw scary movies in the theaters. I'm like, I know why you're doing that, because by the time it's out on home video, it's time for Halloween. How about you drive motherfuckers to the theater to see scary movies in the theater, and then later they can watch it at home?
Yeah.
You dumb cunts.
I don't understand it.
Don't fucking get it. Anyhow, movie creeps me out. And she's unsettling. I'm looking at a picture of her, and I know I need to get away from my computer screen because I think she's gonna come at me.
She's gonna crawl out you.
She's gonna ring me right now, and I don't like it.
That'd be so weird to watch it happen.
Last question for you, Joe, before we wrap this whole thing up, because I got nothing else unless you have stuff.
Nope.
Okay. Have you watched any She-Hulk? Attorney at Law?
No, I have not. My parents have, and my mom actually really enjoys it. But
Bro.
I have yet to get around to watching it.
Bro, it's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So remember how we always complain the TV shows, other than Hawkeye, which obviously is like a direct thing from the movies, right?
Yeah.
This is the first one to link a bunch of shit.
Okay.
Also, they have, bro, I'm telling you. So in this, I don't know if you've read anything about it or heard anything about it, other than from your mom.
But not a whole lot.
She breaks the fourth wall.
Okay.
Directly. That's how the show is narrated by her, by like Saved by the Bell style, bro. Like she just stops, talks, like motion's still happening. She's just talking to the camera, and then like she narrates. It begins. It's real fucking confusing because the show has already started, and you're like, hold on. I literally had to pause it and look to make sure I was on episode 1 still, because I was like, I'm missing some stuff because they're talking about her being a She-Hulk already. I don't know if I accidentally started on episode 4. Like, what happened? Right. Then she goes, she's like, well, this is how it happened. And then she literally gives you fourth wall breaking and sends you back to watch how she became She-Hulk.
Okay.
It's fucking great. They answer a lot of questions. She's obsessed with Steve Rogers' butt.
Who isn't?
And like just obsessed with him in general. Like she has this theory about him not or being a virgin because of like where he like how he became. He's like this dweeb, you know, and went to went into the war, became Captain America. Never really had a girlfriend because he got packed in ice and came out, and like, you know, his girlfriend was old or whatever. And she's like has this theory about him being like a virgin. Oh, dude, it's so funny. It's so hilarious. And like her background of her phone screen is Steve Rogers, is like Captain America's butt. It's so funny, dude. It's so hilarious. But then they have these little snippets of like linking it to like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, where Wong has Abomination. And you're thinking, okay, where did Abomination come from?
Right.
This answers it.
Okay.
There's a whole episode about her basically being hired to try to grant parole for him. Well, not for Abomination, but for Blonsky as a human being. So that whole thing is in there. Wong is in it. It's fucking hilarious. There's a link to Thor from New Asgard because there's a shape-shifting elf that pretended to be Megan the Stallion and tricked this guy into buying her all this stuff, and then turns out that she's just like this old-ass shape-shifting elf.
Uh-huh.
And Megan the Stallion is in the show. It's so funny, dude. It's so hilarious. And they keep doing these things where they offhand mention things, like the fact that like mutation is real, like it happens in the MCU. They said they kind of explain the Hulk, not because he's a mutant, but his DNA has a mutation that allows them to not die from the radiation.
Okay.
And because of that, the radiation then mutated their bodies, right? So they're like laying the groundwork for mutations.
Yeah.
And then I guess I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched the season finale. But in the season finale, she utters the fucking words X-Men.
No way.
To Kevin fucking Feige.
Wait, what?
Bro, I'm telling you, you have to watch it because I don't want to ruin it for you. I'm not going to tell you how. Don't look at any videos or anything like that. Just it's not what you think, but it is what you think. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
It got ruined for me because I didn't realize what it said. I thought it was an article about X-Men, and I clicked on it, and it fucking spoiled this surprise, and I was like, well, fuck you, I guess. That's my fault for thinking I wasn't going to get spoiled the day after it came out.
Yep.
Because I'm a piece of shit. But, dude, I'm telling you, it's super funny. The graphics on her every now and then are a little bit wonky. But other than that, it's fucking cool as shit. The show's real funny. The characters are hilarious. It's like this. It's like the perfect balance of like. There's a little bit of action in it, but there's like. I'm not gonna say a good balance of drama and comedy. It's got a lot of comedy in it. It has a lot of like really poignant drama-ish stuff in it. Like it's real character driven. But like it's real funny. It's well written. And they keep throwing in shit that's just like leading up to stuff. like mentioning things. There's weird articles you have to see in the background. So there's some subverted stuff. There's like just out in your fucking face, slap you across the face with it stuff. Like there's all stuff. But when I saw that and she fucking utters the words X-Men, and I was like, bro, what just happened? But highly recommend it if you get a chance to watch it like this weekend or something. Or like, just watch it. Just watch the first episode. You'll understand what I mean by this. Yeah. And they're not like super long. I think they're like 40-ish minutes long. But Mark Ruffalo obviously is in it, and they set something up for him that nobody's talking about, and it's making me very mad.
Okay.
It's like in the second or third episode, and I'm like, bro, please, someone. And I've not looked it up, but I was like, nobody's talking about this, and I think they're setting up a Planet Hulk movie or a World War Hulk movie, something.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know where it's at, but it's pretty fucking cool, and it's a fun ass show. And they don't do her origin the same way. Well, the way she becomes a Hulk is very similar, but it's not the same as the comic book, but whatever, as far as I remember. But it's really fun. The character of Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, is super hilarious. Her circumstances and the reason because you'd think, if she can transform back and forth like Hulk does, she wouldn't have to be the Hulk. But there's a reason why, so you have to watch it to find out why. She's always the She-Hulk. It's pretty funny. Plus, Daredevil shows up in it, and that shit's fucking awesome for two reasons. One is there's a cool action scene, but also Charlie Cox is fucking amazing, and there's some really funny back and forth between her and him.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Highly recommend.
I'll get around to watching it eventually.
Yeah.
I just need to find time in my busy schedule.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh out loud at your fucking statement you just made, Joe.
That's fine.
Anyhow. So that's all I have for this week. I haven't really watched anything else. There's a lot of stuff to watch, and I just haven't had time because work. The new Stephen King movie, adaptation movie that's on Netflix, Mr. Harrington's Phone, is out. The new Hellraiser is out. I want to watch that. Unfortunately, the new Halloween movie comes out this weekend, so I'll be watching that. The new Mike Flanagan show on Netflix, The Midnight Club, is out. So there's a lot of stuff to watch, and I just don't have fucking time. It's goddamn life.
Right.
Stupid being an adult bullshit.
You also need to watch Studio 666.
Ah, fuck yeah, that's true. I need to watch that too, and it's spooky season.
Yep.
I did find out that's on Stars, by the way, if you want to watch it legally, Joe.
Okay.
Just to redeem yourself from being a fucking savage.
Hey, man. I have it. I don't ask where it comes from. It just is there.
All right, Joe, whatever, man. That's cool. Just steal from the fucking kneading mouths of the Foo Fighters.
The kneading mouths of the Foo Fighters. Yeah, we won't go into it. We'll maybe talk about it next week.
I'll try to watch it.
We're running a little long here, but yeah, try and watch it. It's hilarious. It's dumb. There's so many homage scenes to other horror movies. It's a bit gory. It's not too gory. So if you're okay with like seeing blood and guts, you'll be okay with it. It's not straight up horror. The worst I would say that it gets is similar to a scene in one of the Friday the 13th movies. Friday the 13th? No.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street. That was the other ones I was thinking of. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun, it's dumb, and I'll just leave it there. We'll talk about it next week if you end up watching it.
Cool. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Comes Naturally. We have been
Joe.
I have been Cody, and as usual, you fuckers just came naturally.
Bye.